Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin that I had lost." Just so, I tell you, there is joy before the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Alright, there's some cookies upstairs if you want them, and I think there's still some Doritos in the bag. So, what do you think God is trying to teach us in this passage?
I don't know. My Bible says that the houses in those days had low roofs and few windows, so it was kind of hard to see in there. That's why she needed a lamp.
Yeah, and she has to sweep the house because it's dirty. So we have a dark, dirty house with not much light. I think this is like the world, you know? I mean, when we drift back into the world, we're like that coin, not able to see clearly, lost in the dark, in the dirt, not able to see Jesus. So the house stands for the world, and we are the coin when we backslide. Jesus, of course, is the one who comes and looks for us and finds us in the dark.
So you're saying that the woman is Jesus? I can't go for that.
It's a parable. It doesn't really matter if they portray Jesus as a woman.
I don't really have a problem with them portraying Jesus as a woman. But I never thought of the house as referring to the world. When I think of a dark place where people can get lost, I think of the church today. I mean, just look at all the churches today that are not really following Jesus and just preaching psychology and stuff. And remember, all those early churches were house churches, right? So the house could be referring to the church. Makes sense to me anyway.
Then what would the coin be? Also, is there any Pepsi?
Coke. Coke's better.
Can you even tell the difference?
Actually, yeah.
Okay, guys. Maybe the coin represents the true faithful congregations that just seem to get lost in all those churches who don't know what's going on. At least that's the way it looks to me.
And then maybe the woman in the story really represents a pastor of a true church. So he's sweeping out all the false doctrine, trying to find the true believers.
What's with all this woman stuff? First she's Jesus, and now she's a pastor? Come on, man. We're not a bunch of radical feminists here. And hey, Brianna, if there's any more Cokes up there, could you bring me one?
I never really thought about the houses representing churches. If the house is dark and dirty, it's probably referring to our hearts. Isn't that what's dark and dirty in our lives? We try and follow Christ, but we fail because our hearts aren't clean. But Jesus does clean out our hearts, just like the women in this story. He sweeps them out and forgives them of their sins. I like to think of Jesus as cleaning out my heart and making me clean. Isn't that neat?
And look at this. This is really awesome. My study Bible says that the brooms they had in the Bible were made of numerous 2-foot-long straws bundled together that tied at the top. Like one straw can't do anything, but when they're all bundled together, they're really strong. What does he use to cleanse us? The Bible, right? The Bible is composed of many individual books, 66 to be exact, and they're all bound up together so that they'll be really, really strong. Jesus cleanses our hearts with the Bible. Isn't that amazing?
Well, isn't it amazing how the Spirit works when two or more are gathered? I think we were really able to get to the true meaning behind this text. Next week, we'll be going to Romans 8:28, which says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." So, that should be good, and I hope to see you all next week.
Sweet.
Do one, action. 2, 1, go.
Looking at 8.
Action.
He's the one that says action, you just do your
3, 2, 1.
Action.
At least that's the way it looks to me. I looked at the camera at the end.
Okay.
At least that's the way it looks to me.
If the house is dark and dirty, it's probably... Nah, I messed that up again. I never really thought about the houses as representing churches. The house is dark and dirty, isn't that referring to our hearts? I looked at the camera.
We're not a bunch of radical feminists here. And Brianna, if there's any more Cokes up there, could you bring me one?
That was perfect. That's awkward.
That Jessica is no longer attracted to Jared.
Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat?
Alright.
Bible, Bible, Bible.
It's fine, just go.
Really, I'm wearing a sweater.
So much background noise now. Because you can't see the script, so it's fine.
Portraying Jesus as a woman. Them portraying Jesus as a woman.